little announcements here. One thing actually that I kind of want to start with that's not officially on the agenda, but would like to note here is that we finally have a working GM bot again. So go post your GMs in the channel. There's a leaderboard now where it's us against other people using this same bot, other DAOs, basically other groups, and it was made by our very own Jiggly Jams. So yeah, that's in there now. I encourage everyone to go check that out. But first thing on the agenda here, I'd actually like to get Ryan and Titan up on stage. Invite Titan up. Just wanted to talk briefly about the giveaway. So for those of you who the announcements channel, you probably already know what we're talking about here, but yeah, for those watching on YouTube later, haven't checked it out, yeah, I'd like to Titan and Ryan here to take it away and give us the deets.
Okay, thanks, guys. Like Ryan said earlier, thanks to the hard work of Dr. Eiman and the support team, we have a whole bunch of space flown items. Thanks for putting that up. We not only have the Dr. Eiman patch and decal, we have the Ticket to Space patch and decal, and we've got a few of the MoonDAO stickers and dancing astronauts. And we need to find out from membership that the interest who'd like one of those. They come with a certificate of flight from Blue Origin, which certifies that it did in fact fly in space. But then we also add a letter of authenticity that Dr. Eiman signs to make it even more special, and it makes it really look good, and it's real great for framing. A space flown item is still a pretty special thing, and we like to make those make it special for everyone so they can share in the energy that we get brought in with his flight to space. And so there's a Google Doc you can fill in, and it'll put you in and set us up, and we'll get an idea of the demand, and we'll figure out how we're going to hand it out, either in individuals or in packages and so forth. We might end up doing some drawings and so forth based on the demand. So that's about it. Any questions?
No questions from me, but that's pretty exciting. Thanks, Titan, for taking the lead on this and for sharing with everyone. So yeah, that link is in the chat if anyone wants to go check that out. I think the dancing astronauts are the best though. Those are my favorite. I have a soft spot in my heart for the dancing astronaut. Cool, but we can jump straight into roundtable discussions this week. Again, no proposals to vote on. So do we have? Yes, we do have Dr. Eiman here. I'll bring you up, and you can give us the latest on the astronaut support initiative and the documentary as well.
Yeah, hi, how's everyone doing? Thank you for having me on board. Tomorrow is the next crewed launch for Blue Origin, so that's pretty exciting. It's going to be at 9:30 tomorrow if you want to watch it on live stream. So things have been going well. I mean, this week was a little quieter as far as actually having any presentations, but on Friday, I'm going to speak to an elementary school, and then on Monday next week, I'm going to speak to a high school, and that'll be 5 schools total, which is what we had kind of planned on taping and filming. So we should be done with filming, and then hopefully we'll start getting the video together and the images together and some trailers that we can start sharing to try to garner some interest in getting this out there, and maybe having someone pick it up somewhere, right, and go from there. Otherwise, I mean, I've been busy still trying to figure out some interviews. I think the most exciting one is Frank White asked to interview me for his next version of his book. I don't know if it'll make it in there, but I, of course, said yes. So that's going to be in December. I'm going to speak at his overview roundtable in December. I've been working on a presentation for the Nashville Rotary Club, which is a lot of CEOs and people like that. So that'll be a cool experience, I think, and get our name and faces out there. And Yeah, I think that's it. I've been working with Andrew. He says he's going to send me like 100 pieces of paper to sign. So I guess I got to put away some time for that and get ready.
Yeah, do some hand exercises to get yourself in shape.
That's right. But yeah, things are moving along. It's just, you know, little bits here and there. I think come January, a lot of this stuff is going to slow down, you know, 3-4 months after the launch, which makes sense.
It does make sense, but yeah, you're still a whirlwind forest of productivity. I
Well, I
also
appreciate it.
I just want to mention, because I see a few new faces in the audience, just a little bit more context about what we're talking about here. So this guy that you see on stage here is a literal astronaut. We sent him to space. He was our MoonDAO's second astronaut. And yeah, the updates he's given us is about the documentary. He's doing a lot of tours, speaking events at schools, and yeah, I recommend people check that out. Um, but yeah, great. Thank you for the updates.
Well, and you're making me realize I should put in a tag with the Rotary Club for the Space Edge Accelerator. So maybe on the last slide I can do that. So I don't know if there's something like if you just want me to put a link or if there's a QR code. Do we have a QR code that takes people to the website to sign up for the Space Edge Accelerator? We did have something like that at the New Worlds, didn't we? So if there's something, yeah, if you could send that to me and then I can screenshot it, and maybe if we have like that slide Pablo had about the Space Edge Accelerator, maybe I can throw that in there and maybe we'll garner some interest. You know, that's a group of like CEOs, like 150 of Nashville's like biggest CEOs. So it might be worthwhile. I don't throw that up there for the kids at school, but definitely might be worthwhile to throw up for that group.
Yeah,
What do y'all
definitely.
think?
Why not? I think that's a good idea. Definitely doesn't make sense for elementary school students, but for sure.
Could you guys get me something maybe by early, like Monday at the latest, or maybe this weekend, so I can put it in there because I got to send them my slides early next week.
Ryan,
Yeah, we can get a copy of like Pablo's stuff from New World. You might be able to cut some stuff from, and I'll send you the QR code here too.
Awesome, that'd be great.
Yeah, it sounds great. Plug the Space Acceleration Network.
Yeah, no, this would be the place to do it.
Cool, exciting. Yeah, so I guess if unless there's any questions, also I just want to mention anyone in the audience, if you have any questions, we have an open floor at the end, but feel free to post any questions in the meantime, or any questions for Dr. Eiman here in the chat. But yeah, we'll move on to the next item in our roundtable. So I'd like to get Pablo up here, and we can talk about all the developments going on with Deprize right now. And maybe also, Pablo, just as we do have some new faces here, you might want to just give a little bit of context to what we're talking about here.
Right. Okay. Hey, everyone. I'm here to update everyone on the Deprize. So what this is essentially we're changing the operating system of MoonDAO to go from the sort of cost plus contracting model where the DAO will vote on allocating funds to a proposal that already has a team to a more competitive model that's prize based. So the idea is essentially that the DAO can signal that we want to complete an objective and then actually be the ones in control around allocating funds to competing teams on that objective. And this is kind of a general purpose framework that we're developing, not just for objectives within the DAO, but also to target some of our well, I guess there's still objectives within the DAO, but these like next big milestones that are on a roadmap. So for those that haven't looked and seen that roadmap, if you go to our docs, you can go to docs.moondao.com and see what we have planned for the next few years. And some of it is, quite ambitious. So we're going to need these new models in order to achieve that efficiently. So yeah, with the Deprize, it's a great team effort. So we have a bunch of people that are here in attendance that are kind of helping on a daily basis around kind of creating this new Deprize mechanism. And we have a lot of ideas around where to apply it. And on a general note, I just want to say that there's been a ton of activity in the crypto ecosystem right now. Bitcoin has been doing really well, but not only that, there's been specific interest in a lot of the domains that MoonDAO has a presence in, which is this like DeSci movement that's occurring. And so I think there's a real opportunity here on the table for MoonDAO to tackle some of these big goals that we have, especially in the DeSci domains. These like open innovation competitions that we can leverage using the Deprize. So that's really, really exciting. I've been kind of talking a lot to the team about, where should we focus our attention right now as an organization? And especially during the lull in the market, we focus a lot of our work on improving the internal systems within the DAO. So really improving the organization, making our incentives better, making our governance better, basically really building out the DAO framework. And so we haven't been as focused on trying to be a popular. So people say that the markets are kind of a popularity contest in the short term and a weighing machine in the long term. And I think MoonDAO is now we're waiting to get weighed, right? So we have, I think, some of the most sophisticated incentives mechanisms and governance mechanisms, and we're working on the next generation contracts that will really improve a lot of our operations. I see Django in the audience here too. Django's been working on some really awesome new financing protocols. So Django is the author of the Juicebox protocol that MoonDAO used for our initial raise, and now they're really active building out the next generation of their protocol with RevNet. So the Deprize will leverage a lot of these new mechanisms when it comes to finance, and I think that we've got a really, really huge opportunity on our hands to take everything that we've learned over the past 3 years and apply it into this next cycle that's coming up. So we've got some really exciting stuff on the horizon, a lot of cool potential partnerships, especially around some of the new ecosystems that are being built, not just in DeSci, but we'll also have some threads going now with some of the base ecosystem, which is exciting too. So a lot of really big things coming together. And something else that I want to touch on, which isn't necessarily related just to the Deprize, but there's been a paper that's been circulating around, and it's the author his name is Michael, and he wrote this paper about the LDC, so it's the Lunar Development Cooperative, and it's an international cooperative model for many nations and individuals from all over the world to participate in the development of the moon. And I really recommend that you guys check it out. It resonates a lot with the ideas of MoonDAO, and I've been talking a lot to the author over the past couple of weeks, and there's just a ton of points of potential collaboration with that idea, and it's really looping in a ton of governments and really high-level people from all over the world into this framework that he's developing. And there's also really big opportunity right now to kind of redefine a lot of the key objectives of the U.S. space program now that we're getting a new administration coming in. So a lot of the work that we did here at MoonDAO, especially around some of the work that we did in Luna 10, which was a DARPA program to have a commercial space effort, there's a lot going on there right now as well. And a lot of the work that we've done within those workshops is kind of resonating with a lot of these these efforts that are happening right now. So not too much that I can share right now at the moment, but it's really, really amazing. I think how far we've come as an organization. We've done so much of our homework over the past few years, quietly and just very, very tenaciously. And now I think we're coming into a really big opportunity that we can take full advantage of because of all the work that we've done over the past few years. So really exciting stuff. And the Deprize is really a cornerstone technology in enabling a lot of this. So I'm really excited. I think we all should be. I mean, there's really favorable conditions right now when it comes to crypto. And I think that, and not just that, but also there's amazing opportunities happening right now in space, generally speaking. So I think MoonDAO is really, really well positioned. So really, really excited. And yeah, I'll pass it along to the next project here.
Perfect. Thanks, Pablo. Just posted a link also to the original proposal for Deprize if anyone's interested in following up and reading a bit more. Yeah, so we can get Phil up here on stage, and he can talk to us about the recent developments in the space-time hardware project.
Hey folks, the bottom line is we executed the proposal that was passed a couple weeks ago and ordered the oscillator from the manufacturer. So an atomic clock is on the way to Rochester. In the meantime, the team at RIT that's building our atomic clock prototype sent me an update to share with you all. They've created an embedded environment for programming their system on chip, and are developing simulated clocks and phase lock loop with errors in MATLAB and Simulink. They've received 2 system on chips, ordered a Raspberry Pi. I ordered the clock, and they're ordering 2 backup clocks that are cheaper and easier to develop on. And they're available Tuesdays and Thursdays, 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. Eager to interact with MoonDAO, but the town hall doesn't line up with their class schedules. So yeah, parts are on the way. Analysis is still in the computer until the parts get there. And then after the holiday, they go elbow deep in hardware development. We reached out to engineers at Meta that are the originators of the open source time card that we're basing our system on. They're excited to help, but don't have the availability right now, of course. But we got a positive response, and they're looking forward to watching the progress of this project too. So we're engaging the broader high precision time synchronization community, which is very small. I'm in their WhatsApp group, and I think it's like maybe 20 people, and I'm pretty sure that's everybody in the whole world. So, yeah, turning the wheel, progress is going, and so far so good.
Cool. I'm very glad to hear that the hardware is on its way. And thank you for dealing with me. Phil and I were doing the treasury management. We had a bit of a scare when Safe didn't update right away, and we were like, "Uh-oh, where are these funds?" But it's all settled now.
Yeah, this is my first time transferring money from a proposal directly to buy something instead of just going to my account as reimbursement or whatever.
Anyway, we got it settled.
Yeah, I am not a procurement person. I'm an engineer, man. It shows, but everything's good. For accountability purposes, I do have the invoice. It came out with shipping and tax. Let's see the exact number. $5,792.33. So at ETH is what we requested. That came out to be about 1.8. So we're still under budget.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Thanks, Phil. And again, if anyone in the audience has any questions for Phil, just mention him and write it in the chat here. But also, we're basically through our roundtable updates, we can start the open floor. Again, if anyone on stage or anyone in the audience has anything they want to add to the agenda, feel free to raise your hand and hop on up here. Oh, I see we got Manuel wants to say something, so I'll bring him up here. Hey, Manuel.
Hey guys, what's up?
Not much. How's it going?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm fine. So yeah, I just wanted to tell you that yeah, DeSci is like crazy heated up right now. Most prominently because of some of the BioDAOs who worked with some of the Solana devs and base devs to create like crowdfunding platforms and meme coin launch pads for tokenized experiments. So that's super exciting. And then during DEF CON in Bangkok, there were different crypto billionaires, including not only Brian Armstrong and Vitalik Buterin, but also Juan Bennett and CZ from Binance, like publicly endorsing the DeSci ecosystem, which brought a lot of like attention and I would say like big eyeballs to this whole topic around decentralized science and building like DApps for scientists. But unfortunately, most of these people believe that science is only biotech, which is not the case, obviously. So yeah, and you know, maybe some of you guys also in here in the audience remember when we supported the DeSci ecosystem, also with initial funding and like different grant programs on Gitcoin. So this was like also impactful because after that, I never told you this, but after that there were also like community driven initiatives from the DeSci ecosystem where different people just approached me and asked me, hey Manu, at the bottom of the bear market, hey Manu, what's happening with the DeSci grants program on Gitcoin, and don't we just want to continue this? So there was like this community driven organic engagement from like different leaders in the DeSci community on Gitcoin. So there were also like other continuous efforts, community driven efforts around the Gitcoin ecosystem for DeSci ecosystem growth. So yeah, and we can proudly say that thanks to the initial funding that we led with the 25K for the first community driven DeSci round, you know, I think the scorecard looks like that. We supported in total like more than 100 projects with over 100K, like just funding for like super early stage DeSci projects, which is also like fueling, I would say, the fire, and also yeah, supporting the underdogs of the DeSci ecosystem. And then with the project that Phil and I started with DeSci Labs for the tokenized research papers. So this was also like I think one of the best connections to like actually putting money and putting resources where our mouth is and publishing like papers how and why, and in technical detail how we want to accomplish like a sustainable lunar settlement on the moon. So yeah, I believe that we have a perfect momentum right now in DeSci. We already did the groundwork for everything when it comes to like citizen scientists engaged in MoonDAO and actually publishing and doing like science and engineering work, also with our guild structure that we had back then. So I think, yeah, let's just start something new out of it. I mean, if we don't start a DeSci project now, it's definitely not helpful to capture a fraction of the momentum that we see right now in DeSci. And again, like these meme coins with the tokenized experiments, I mean, they reached like after the public endorsements of these crypto billionaires, they reached like hundreds of millions of market capitalization in like just a couple of days, which is like pretty crazy to me. And even if we can capture like a fraction of this just to, for example, support initiatives like the Deprize or other open innovation initiatives, and support more scientists within our community, I think this can be also a good win for MoonDAO. So to say, yeah. So these were just some of the things that I wanted to share. Yeah, and I'm actually really proud, yeah, to still be a part of MoonDAO and yeah, see like so many great people in here, and so many successful projects also on our watch. So yeah, that's pretty impressive. And yeah, I just arrived back home today because I was in Bremen in northern Germany for the European Space Tech Expo. And I also asked around, like, hey guys, have you ever heard about DeSci? These people are totally clueless. And then I asked them, hey, have you ever heard about blockchain in space? And some people actually said, yeah, we heard about blockchain in space, and we heard about DAOs and MoonDAO. It's like exactly what I'm talking about. So yeah, we definitely had like good ways, not only within the Web3 space, but also within the traditional space industry. But now I would say I don't have like a magic, ball where I can see the future, and I'm not sure if the bull market will continue for longer. But yeah, right now we have just a great momentum, so might also be like a good move now to do more things again in the crypto space and in the crypto ecosystem, and then yeah, just think about useful things, how we can funnel the attention and the money and the resources also when it comes to like community engagement to the projects that we want to realize in our DAO. So yeah, some of my thoughts around the current situation as well.
Yeah, thanks, Manu. And it's good to have that connection with like people on the ground instead of kind of inferring from the internet at large. And there are projects or discussions and ideation and stuff where it's clear that there's a handful of people already at MoonDAO that are like wanting to do this, but one of these projects hasn't really taken off yet. So I think that, I don't know what the reason for that is. It's either there needs to be like a focused objective, like either do we support a DeSci system, do we make an app, do we do our own research, and then I don't know. Yeah, I agree that we kind of need to do something right now, at least to keep the momentum up. So if you're interested in doing DeSci, please take that, consider that seriously, and like let's go. Leap of faith. Let's go. Let's pick something and go.
Yeah, and Phil, I want to. Sorry, yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, Jiggly has a question in the chat that maybe you guys would be able to answer for him.
It says, "What are some good DeSci outputs to read?"
I was just gonna answer in the chat, but I can answer here. So do you mean outputs as in MoonDAO outputs? If that's the case, then there's a bunch of final reports around. I think MoonDAO's done 4 or 5 different projects around DeSci, and that'd be a good starting point. And as a general note, we have been talking about like how to surface a lot of the work that MoonDAO's done in past quarters. So I think that would be great. DeSci World is a great place to catch up on DeSci initiatives just generally. And actually, MoonDAO is listed in DeSci World. We're working with Joshua a bit to get presence there within the DeSci World portal. It's really interesting what they've built. It feels a lot like the Space Acceleration Network that we've built, but just focused entirely on decentralized science. Yeah.
And yeah, Josh is a great guy, definitely a cool guy. Yeah. And I just wanted to add that yeah, I believe like everything that that the working group also with Phil and the rest of the MoonDAO members published should be accessible via the DeSci Labs interface. And then yeah, there are the final reports about it. And other than that, let me think about it. Yeah, I think we also worked on like the actual roadmap and some of the requirements to build like a sustainability settlement in the Space Science and Engineering Guild back then. But I'm not sure where to find it at this point. Yeah.
I want to call out a few things from the chat for people that are not looking at it or watching elsewhere. Yeah, Pablo agrees. MoonDAO has been supporting the DeSci ecosystem when it was still in its infancy. And we've had many wins from that work, so we should continue. Ryan says, I'd like to see a curation of space academic papers fed into an LLM that could cite and help surface some of this research. There's another cool idea. There's a lot of discussion that I can't really keep up with, but yeah, it just goes to show, like, hey guys, let's capture this interest. Let's go and pick something small, but something that we can like draw an objective, get that dopamine hit of achieving it, and get the ball rolling internally again.
Yeah, and there are also like smaller space focused DAOs. Like most of them are like in a stealth mode right now, but they also have like great connections and relationships to like traditional academia. So they have a good standing in space. They are a little bit afraid of like everything crypto or Web3, but it's somehow or kind of necessary to launch a governance token if you want to really have decentralized governance in place with your community. But these people, they also publish around like astrobiology, space medicine, space debris mitigation, public goods funding mechanisms in space, stuff like that. So yeah, I think we have a good connection to these builders as well. Maybe there might also be like a good opportunity to cross collaborate or whatever. But let's see. I think right now, yeah, we can just re-engage the community that we already have. Also, thank you again, Phil, for continuing to lead the efforts with the DeSci project. And Phil left, okay. But yeah, let's just see what we can do. I mean, we already had some great projects. I think, yeah, we just need to stick our heads together and brainstorm a little bit and come up with another exciting project that also makes sense in respect to our roadmap next steps. So yeah.
100%. Thank you, Manuel. Yeah, I agree. I also think there's a lot of potential to do, some bio-related project in space, since there does seem to be a lot of focus on that. When it comes to DeSci, a lot of it is on biology. But yeah, that's really great. Oh, I see Ben here has something to add as well. Hey, Ben.
Yeah. Hey, I'm building LifeShip, and we're doing initially DNA banks in space and time capsules in space, and then the vision is that it's building towards a community movement for space to eventually carry all life to the stars. And so many of you already know that, but I'm interested in launching a token. I'm interested in DeSci. I'm interested in getting this to the next steps. I've chatted with Manuel and been part of some of that. I've chatted with Pablo and Ryan, and so I'm working towards it. We also had I had an initial community call this week and just kind of kept it to about 20 people that may be core contributors to it, and so didn't really publicize it, but invited about 20 people in, and it was a good group, and I'm excited about it. So I'm putting it out there that I'm working towards this stuff, and if anyone wants to be part of it in some way, then let me know. And I love MoonDAO and want to collaborate, want to amplify what we're all doing. And so, any ideas and ways as we go forward of how to best launch this, I'd love, and love what we're all doing here. That's it.
Thanks, Ben.
Yeah.
Pablo
Message me if
left,
anyone wants to help, and happy to have chats, and happy for advice, and want to do this in this timely period.
Thanks. Yeah, Pablo left a comment saying you should get in touch with Django. He's the man when it comes to talking token raises. Cool.
I will do. Django, you'll get a message.
Yeah, I think we're somehow already connected in a way, also via the Juice Works groups and the community calls, also with the Space DAO Roundtable. Yeah, I believe so. Imagine we can figure out like the token launchpad platform, and then also like some of the legal engineering stuff related to having limited liability for like DAO contributors. Like let's imagine we can do this relatively easily. Then it's all about a marketing game and kind of gaining critical mass when it comes to like the core contributors, with some other DAO contributors around who want to contribute to a DeSci project, for example, and then also and actually just promoting this to like crypto investors and having like crypto event engagements and whatever. I think this is like probably the best strategy to spread the word and get more of these crypto investors who are also hyping up DeSci into the decentralized space tech ecosystem and the decentralized space economy. And then for sure also with involvement of MoonDAO, to the token that we have, I think this is also like can be valuable.
100%. Thanks, Manuel. Cool. Well, I think we've covered everything on the agenda. If there's no one else who wants to add anything to the agenda, anyone in the audience, or any other questions, then I do see one question from Django. What's SAN? So that stands for the Space Acceleration Network. Yeah, Ryan got it. Yeah, okay. You got it.
Yeah, one thing before we close it up, guys. Yeah, funny story. I think we all came to the same narrative around space acceleration SPAC couple of months ago, probably beginning of this year. So when you renamed this Citizen and Teams projects to Space Acceleration Network, this was, by the way, also the time when I launched my new venture. The name of my new venture is Space Acceleration Industries. So maybe we can also do something together related to the network and my new freshly established company. And then we can also think about working with NASA Open Science or the European Space Agency or whatever. But yeah, it really depends on how we want to do it. But let's see how we can all collaborate together. And then also at the same time, because this is a cooperative ecosystem, right? We collaborate to get shit done because it's too niche to not collaborate and integrate with each other's efforts. But then for sure we compete for like attention and capital outside of the crypto sphere. So I think this can be like a good path forward for this whole ecosystem.
Yeah, I guess great minds think alike. And we need to start saying this more often. Get space done. Thank you, Titan. That hits hard. we got to repeat it more. Get space done. Nice. Cool. Well, I think this is probably a good place to wrap it up. I'd like to thank everyone again for making it here this week, and I hope to see everyone again next week, same time, same place.
All right, thanks,
Cool.
guys. See you.
See ya.
Goodbye.
Welcome to MoonDAO, a revolutionary governance model and mission-oriented community that's reshaping collaboration in the space industry. Our mission is to create a self-sustaining, self-governing settlement on the moon to act as a launch point into the cosmos. MoonDAO is governed like a nation, with its own economy, constitution, voting system, treasury, elections, and senate, but internet native, and so without the limitations of geography. In 2022, we sent our first member to space, showcasing our model's capacity for real-world impact. Now, we're implementing key solutions for global collaboration in the space industry. We offer a borderless, permissionless platform that enables everyday people to participate in the future of space development and exploration. Be part of our lunar legacy and join the MoonDAO movement today.